Good afternoon. Welcome to the Zone, the Positive Humanity Zone. This is Ray here, of course. Wait a minute. Why is it a little dark in here? We're supposed to shed light, not darkness. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Gosh, I know you'd think I did that on purpose. Let's shed some light onto the subject over here. Let's come into the light, the positive light. I can tell you guys, you've been following me a little bit. I appreciate that. But what we are doing is we're trying to be educational entertainers, because it's all about awareness and education and trying to focus on the positive. And sometimes we do it with a little bit of humor, which I hope you appreciate, because I have a very quick mind. I'm a frustrated comedian. No, actually I'm not. I'm a very serious person. And in between the humor, we're going to have some messages buried within our videos. And I'd like you to kind of figure it out. I'd like you to kind of concentrate on some of our serious stuff that we have in these comedic videos, because there's some serious messages that we're trying to get across to help you, to help us, to help you. It's like a full circle here. So I ask you, when you're watching some of these videos, watch some of the serious stuff that we need to say, that we are saying inside these videos. See if you can identify them. Okay? I was watching TV, which I do once in a while when I don't wear any shoes. As you've heard me say before, I like to do that because I know if I'm watching TV without shoes, I can't throw anything at the TV. I have to throw something else at the TV. So I was watching the funeral of Nelson Mandela in South Africa. And I watched the President of the United States go up past the dais, and he shook Raul Castro's hand. Now, I keep repeating, guys, we're apolitical here. We just believe in what's right and what's wrong. And he stopped to shake his hand, probably by accident, but who knows, you know. And then he moved along the line, shook 2 or 3 other people's hands, and then went to the podium. And it caused a firestorm. A firestorm. Wow, he shook the hands of another human being. Okay, maybe he was a bad guy, or maybe he was a good guy. Hey, does it matter? Human to human contact. If we're going to be so myopic and closed-minded about all of these things, we may never get to first base. In a baseball game, before you get in a home run, you got to get to first base. When you get to first base, then you can decide, am I going to get to second base or third base or eventual home run? You don't know till you start to get to first base. So, is this a first base move? We don't really know. That's not up for us to decide. I wasn't there shaking his hand, and you weren't there shaking his hand. It was the president with Raul Castro. I leave it to the other people who are smarter than me, and you too over there. Yeah, I know you keep telling me you're smarter than me. I understand. Okay, I'm not arguing with you. They're smarter than me. And they say, Ray, this and that and the other thing. Fine. We're not going to go beyond that. I'm just saying something to observe. That's all. And another comedic thing I saw was, you know, when you take these selfie pictures, I'm an old guy, I don't know too much about that word, but a selfie, I guess you hold the phone up here and you take a picture of yourself. You know, my many years, I never thought to do that. But I guess that's kind of cool. So there's the president doing a selfie with some blonde woman, and then next to her was this other gentleman. So there's the president, the blonde, and this other man taking a selfie like this. And someone in the distance took the picture of them taking the picture of themselves. It's not that complicated, but just trust me, that's what it was. And they're all smiling and almost face to face. I said, wow. So first reaction, well, who's that blonde woman? Well, look how we've gotten in society. That blonde woman was the prime minister of a country. I believe it was Norway. So all of these people talking about this picture, talking about a blonde woman, like she couldn't be anything but a blonde woman. Madon. Prime Minister of Norway, I believe it was. I believe David Cameron, Prime Minister of Britain, was there, and of course President of the United States of the free world was Barack Obama, and they're taking a selfie picture. Now, this is again, not a political statement. I'm just saying how humorous it was, how everyone is going nutso over this selfie picture. If I thought it caused this much reaction, I would have started doing selfie pictures years ago. I only had one problem with doing a selfie. I was the only one in the picture. There wasn't anybody else with me. No, see, they don't want to come into the camera. What about you? No, you don't want to come in the camera. I can't do a selfie. And stuff is by myself. And that's kind of selfish for me to do a selfie picture of myself, isn't it? I just repeated myself. Sorry about that. But in the larger scheme of things, we're humans. And we have human-to-human contact. So what is wrong with that? If we're going to read so much into so much, guess what? Then it becomes negative. Because we're not looking for the positive, we're looking for the negative. What's wrong with this picture? You ain't in that picture. Maybe that's what's wrong with the picture. And I am. Aha. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was in the right place at the right time. So, suck it up.